welcome to Podcast vs. Player, episode 197. I'm one of your hosts, Carl, and as always, I'm joined by a man who's threatening to walk out of this podcast because of my addiction to horse racing. And he's off.
Oh, good lord.
Tony Bloody Dan.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
How are you?
How you doing?
Oh, Jinx.
Jinx, touch this wood behind me.
I'm just going to superimpose a hand coming through.
Yeah, sure. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good. I got a bad back. I now know what it feels like to age 30 years in a day. And it's not fun, which is why this podcast is a little bit late, because I couldn't sit in a chair yesterday. So that's me.
Kind of essential.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really fancy doing it standing up. I could have just lay on the floor. That probably would have sufficed.
Or just in the microphone, just...
No, just turn it. Have it down.
All right, you don't need to demonstrate. We get it.
I just wanted to make sure you knew that I knew how the objects work.
Lying down works. Yeah.
Yeah, just in case. Well, you never sleep, so you don't know what it's like.
I don't... Yeah, that is true. I don't sleep enough.
Very true. Anyway, it's been a humdinger of a ride this weekend, hasn't it?
Has it?
Nah.
Yes,
really.
it has. Yeah. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. E3, of course.
We're obviously, if you follow the channel and stuff, we did our E3 live reaction thingy to the Xbox and Bethesda show. Throughout the show, I think we both muttered it a couple of times, but I know I definitely said it a good number of times. I was very underwhelmed this year.
Do you think that has anything to do with presentation? Because obviously this is just sort of...
the presentation was fine. It was just exactly what I wanted. No talking, straight in, bing bang bosh.
No, but perfect. I mean, not last year, the year before, obviously we had there's new cars being introduced and Keanu Reeves was there, and there was the sort of the hype that was building from the audience and stuff like that. So
yeah, I
don't know if we've missed a certain element of that. Don't get me wrong. In theory, yeah, this should be the ideal version of it. It's just someone comes on and says, yeah, we're really excited. We're going to talk to you about a few new things. Here's some new trailers, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Straight into it.
And very little Phil Spencer. That ruined it for me.
Oddly so. But I suppose they've not got any new hardware to push, so...
No, did that.
What else is he going to talk about?
Stood talking to himself, wouldn't he? Because there wouldn't be anybody there.
Yeah, so. To play off. You know what he's like with his mad bands.
Oh yeah, he's always can't. You try and stop him taking his hand out of his pockets to do some bands.
Throw him a ball. That's you threw him a water balloon. He wouldn't know what to do.
What I love is it's genuinely not just us that jokes about the pockets. Any conference that he's in. I listen to any previous podcast and stuff. We're very big fans of Phil Spencer. He's done a really good job with Xbox over the last few years, turning it around. But, my God, they're just stuck in his pocket. And it's only I can't remember, is it the hands or the thumbs?
I think isn't it so it's that.
Yeah,
so
I'm sure
the thumb is
out
on the outside, I think.
Yeah.
But maybe he's flicking a little switch that's changing all the colours and the videos and stuff like that in the background. Maybe he's got his little PowerPoint presentation clicker, and he's bringing out Keanu with that.
I mean, it could just be a nerves thing. It helps him
more than likely. Maybe it's just sort of well, this is the thing, right? Because this is great segue into Star Trek. Here we go. But when people just have to stand in place and just talk. There's a big thing with people don't really know what to do with their hands. Should they be making gestures? Should they do whatever?
I do it.
And
I do it all the time.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. Again, I just did it then. It's just kind of natural, I suppose. But we're quite close. I wouldn't be flamboyant in a meeting.
No.
But if you watch Patrick Stewart, because I don't know if it's just a framing thing, but whenever he's just standing there and he's just talking to the screen, he's just arms at his sides. But because his performance and how he emotes and stuff like that is so good, you don't go,
don't.
Why is he just
notice it.
standing there like a dog? What's he doing? Like he just completely. I mean, again, some of it is just sort of like it's like a headshot sort of thing, so you wouldn't really notice.
Yeah.
But I don't think that I wouldn't blame him if he came out and he was being more kind of like it's passionate and gesturing,
Yeah.
But at the same time, there is a trade-off because I would happily have a Phil Spencer with his hands in his pockets over whoever the hell it was that was doing the lead up to the Xbox thing. Who were just like, "Oh my god, I can't believe I'm here!" Like it's just all.
They were wrong. I love
over the top.
I really like Greg Miller. I think he's a genuinely very funny guy. But obviously we had a few technical issues, so we were still setting up and stuff as it was happening, and I missed a chunk of that opening thing. But what I heard, I can understand why some people aren't very big fans of Mr. Miller, and it's a shame because he's been picked to do this, and it's a pretty big thing, and obviously he's going to put like 1,000% into it on the chance he gets asked to come back, but he puts so much into it.
Yeah, I don't know because you didn't watch the PC show, did you? So I watched. I couldn't watch every day because I was doing manual man labor on Saturday, so I couldn't watch any of the stuff. Not that it would have been a huge appeal to me anyway, but after we watched the Microsoft Bethesda one, I stuck around for Square Enix and then watched the PC games reveals, stuff like that. And I don't know who they are, frankly. I know one is Mika Burton, who's LeVar Burton's daughter, but they did like this sort of like, oh god. It's just one of those things that's just, I hate it because it's so fake. But they were like a crew on a starship, and they had like a little robot that talked to them and stuff. And they'd be like, "Oh, we just got back to Earth. There's a transporter malfunction." I was just like, "Oh, get off, bloody hell! Stop it with the fucking weird cringe fest." Like this happens at work all the time, right? Because
we just got back to Earth.
I wish that was the case, but it would be like there's. We have these things like it's like once a year. It's sort of like like literally the biggest bosses that we have. And I mean, I work for I won't say, but I work for a very big global company.
The post office.
Global company, yeah, the Royal Mail, delivering packages to Botswana for 50 years. But there's this thing where like some of the like directors and the big CEO and stuff like that, they'll come on and it's like a live presentation. So it'll be like and now we're gonna have a few words with blah blah blah, who's going to explain such and such a thing. But there's this thing where so it'll go to so say you're the big boss man, obviously. So you've just finished your big this is the next step for this year. This is how we're going to make profits and then it would go thanks very much, Callum. Thanks for the time. It's really interesting to hear how, and I'm very excited to sit. And it's just like, oh God, no, you're not. No, you're not. You just paid to just do this bit. That's what you're doing. I just, it's that phoniness that just turns me off straight away. When it's just like, oh, that was an excellent idea, and I think you've delivered that. It's like, no, you didn't.
Did you watch any of the Ubisoft show? On the Saturday, that was. No,
I was busy. I didn't go home till midnight on Saturday.
I think it was Jeff Keighley. I think some woman and Raoul Cooley was doing it, but the entire thing was all scripted and it was awful. And for some reason, there was, other than the shitty fakeness that aggravated me, there was another two things that really wound me up. One was they seemed to only have, they had like the A cam, which is the three of them. And then they each had a B cam close-up shot. But it's on the side. So they're talking like this, and they're like, we're excited about this game. Are you excited, Raoul? And Raoul's like, yeah, I'm really excited. And then it'll go to the B cam, and they carry on talking. Why? But not one of them looked at the other camera. So it's just a shot of the side of them.
Was it like a documentary that's just being filmed about...
knows.
Three just genuine kids talking about gaming.
It's worth watching just purely for these moments.
No,
don't actually watch it, but
no, absolutely
happens
not.
Throughout the whole thing, and then they'll be talking, and then there'll be like a transition, and it was like a spiral thing, and it goes, They haven't fucking moved. It's what they
Just
transitioned
to reset. Just to reset the atmosphere.
Yeah, but they've just got like, are you excited, Ral? Yeah. Woo. Anyway. Like, the fuck?
Maybe like all the transitions and stuff are all set on like one of those soundboards that are all just sort of like numbers.
Yeah, they've just got a stream
but like
deck.
they're just buttons, but none of them are labeled. So they're just sort of hitting randomly, just on the off chance that maybe one of them actually does something useful for them.
Fuck, it is so annoying. It
See, like,
ruins the show.
What do you
stuff
think?
Like that.
Yeah, and I agree, mate. I just don't like it. I think it's just that sort of like fakeness to it that it just doesn't sell like it's real people. But let's say, okay, we get to a point where they're just sort of like, E3's in decline. Most of the YouTubers, like the big famous YouTubers, they're all either sex offenders or racists or whatever. So all of them are out of the picture. You two, you're going to come on and you're going to present us E3.
You're a sex offender as well.
you specifically. So if that happens and they say we want you to come on and we want you to present this, but you've got to do it in this kind of way. So we've written you some scripts. Would you just go, I'll stop you there? Like, I'm not interested.
I mean, as a witness to me reading the jokes that we do at the beginning of this podcast, I think you can see how well I'm going to handle it.
But I'd be like, look, tell you what, give me the talking points, give me the bullet points. I'll formulate something around it.
Yeah, I mean,
so you want me to talk about the new Assassin's Creed and how cool it's going to be, and kind of hit on the actual. These are, it's going to be co-op multiplayer. It's going to be this. It's going to be this. It's going to be this. I really like Assassin's Creed, so I'm super excited for it. Yeah. Like that. Surely that feels more genuine then, and it's another exciting Assassin's Creed game from the guys who've brought all of the other Assassin's Creed games. Oh god, it would just drag me on forever.
Yeah, I mean,
so would you turn that down?
It depends. Are they going to let me dress up as Ezio or something and jump down from the rafters?
I don't know. I'd say that it would be like, if you're going to get like a internet celebrity, like an internet persona, to come on and talk about a certain thing or whatever, then do it specifically with like someone who plays that game a lot.
Yeah, that's why people like Greg Miller and Raul make sense. I mean, I know Raul's more of a celebrity than Greg Miller is, but I'd say easily 90%, maybe not quite, but a very high percentage of people who watch or attend E3 would rather have Greg Miller there than somebody from EastEnders, because
I don't mean just some nameless like face that's not associated to anything, but like,
yeah, I mean,
so say
someone who's into the game.
Say your channel is like
our channel.
No, something better than that. But like you're a pure Minecraft channel, say. So like maybe the Yogscast, that's how they literally made their business, was like off the back of Minecraft when it came out. That's how they got popular. Yeah. So Minecraft 2 is being launched. The Revenge of what's his name? Brian, whatever. So you got like Simon and Lewis and like Duncan, say, from like the Yogscast, for like the original trilogy, or like World of Warcraft. Again, that was a big thing for them back in the day.
Yeah,
it's a new thing, and you get someone out who's just sort of like, we literally make our living playing this company's game. Yeah. Now there's a new thing coming out, and like we've been given the honor to come out and present it. Like that, to me, that seems like there'd be genuine interest and passion, and like you'd want to stop people in the street and ask them, have you played this? Do you want to play this new one?
Are you doing this? Are you doing that?
But someone like, so like that's the one thing. Like, so the with the Square Enix thing, I was watching this through the IGN YouTube live thing. So once the presentation finished, it went straight into like 3 or 4 people from, I assume, from IGN or from various businesses that they kind of work with or whatever. But it was 4 people who clearly had, like, they cared and they played a lot of these games, and they were just sort of like, so instantly it wasn't sort of like, oh my god, let's just all circle jerk and just how incredible was this? So it was like, oh, there's a new Guardians game. What did you guys think? And it's like, oh, I'm not really sure on the design of it. And I was like, boom, straight in with a negative.
Yeah.
You're not there to just sort of wank off, the Square Enix thing that you've just done. You're doing your job, so to speak.
That's
You're saying
the non-presenters being there is they are there as a as a
you want my opinion, I'll give you.
Yeah.
I'm not just going to, wank you off just because you've given me this opportunity. You want me to come on and talk about, a specific thing. Well, I'll tell you what I think about it. Like, to me, I don't know. Let's move away from that, though, and actually focus on the only good bits of E3, which is the games themselves, Callum, because there was bloody loads of them.
Well, it's been a good episode, Dan. No, I don't think there was loads. Like,
the fucking PC one was the worst, mate. It's like 2.5 hours, that was.
Yeah, but it's like a lot of the stuff is stuff we already knew about.
I wouldn't say there was any like absolutely mind-blowing revelations or reveals. No,
I don't
mean
think there was really any.
The Bethesda like blood thing.
Back for Blood.
That's the one. No, that was Warner Brothers, I think, wasn't it?
No, it's Back for Blood.
It was like the 4-player vampires co-op,
yeah.
whatever it was.
I mean,
sure?
I think the one you're thinking of is was it Redline or something? Let me scroll down my list.
It was like on the
Redfall.
Yeah. So it was like the last
no gameplay
Bethesda thing that they showed. No, but interesting kind of concept. And I was like, oh, a new IP. That sounds like it could be an interesting kind of like 4-person co-op vampire hunt, whatever. So that was good. Forza looks great, obviously.
It does. I mean, I was showing Zoe the trailer after. I said, I goes, it looks fucking absolutely stunning, and it genuinely does. But it's Forza. Like,
you know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, it's. I'm racing a car.
Also, is it a big shock that there's a new Forza Horizon coming out?
Exactly. It's it's as much as I'm looking forward to it, and I genuinely am. I would have rather us had that. Like the cyberpunk moment we had when Keanu Reeves came out and everything just started falling into place. You're like, this is fucking awesome. And obviously, COVID and stuff has been a big issue. But I do think one of the main reasons why I think Microsoft played this very safe this year, and because they don't need to do anything. Sony aren't doing E3. Well, they didn't do E3 this year.
No, all they need to do is they need to say, we've been making
out.
some big purchases. Like we've bought a lot of companies out. This is some of the stuff that's coming out. Outworlds 2, that's Obsidian. We bought them. Yeah. There's this new Redline or whatever it's called. That's Bethesda. We bought them as well. But there'll be extra shit to Fallout 76 and all that sort of stuff.
Do you think though? So all the acquisitions Microsoft's been doing, do you think this lineup was a like showed a good investment?
It made me think that the purchases they've been making, they're not dead. So this isn't like when EA just acquires some company and then just like behind the scenes just slowly suffocates them with a fucking pillow and you never hear from them again. Like it's clear that they're saying we bought Bethesda,
Banjo-Kazooie and Perfect Dark and Conquer with like
Bullfrog, like do you know what I mean? All of it, they'll just get taken over, stripped for parts, binned immediately.
Yeah.
Whereas like it makes me think that at least the impression that they're given is that the acquisition, it does seem to be like a good partnership, and they're clearly making games. I mean, obviously Microsoft is pushing them and funding them and whatever to supplement Game Pass.
Yeah.
But what's wrong with that? It works.
I mean, I think
like the fact that I know that like Psychonauts 2, all the new shit for like any new Fallouts and Outer Worlds, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
The fact that I know that's going to pop up on there as well. Fantastic. Love it.
Again, like, we don't need to talk about Game Pass that like we fucking absolutely love Game Pass. And I think there's only like 7 games that aren't coming to Game Pass that were shown. I think maybe even less.
I think one was like, it said it was like a console exclusive, which to me suggests that maybe it's a timed thing rather than it's never going to see the light of day on PC.
No, not like that. But I mean, like they showed like Far Cry. That's obviously not going to be on Game Pass. That kind of stuff. But like your big games that everyone was looking forward to, like Starfield and stuff, still didn't see anything. There was still nothing.
No, I'm a bit gutted about that because at this point it's as non-existent as Star Citizen is really in terms of what's it really capable of? What could it really do?
We didn't see anything. I mean, like Contraband, the game coming from the Just Cause developers. Nothing. We saw a table. And that's it. What else we got? Like Battlefield 2042 again. That's going to be something that's not going to make its way to Game Pass for a long time.
It depends actually, because I reckon if you've got EA Ultimate, EA Play Pro. So if you get it with Ultimate, I reckon you'll probably get it through that.
Well, no, because if you've got EA, you still have to pay for the Pro version of.
Oh
EA
yeah,
Play.
for sure. But I mean, you'd have access to it as it came out, rather than waiting.
But you've already paid for it, haven't you, with your subscription? Like, but I mean, it's not gonna like Battlefield 5. I think is on, and 1 I think is on Game Pass. Obviously, all the rest of them are on EA Play, but
I think 4 might be as well. So they've taken like the chunk of them, yeah.
But Halo, it looked fine.
Fine. It's nothing to see. So,
but it was. I remember watching the previous E3 and us getting really excited, and they were announcing like the Xbox Scarlet and all that stuff, and it was like genuinely really exciting stuff. And then I saw this and was like, it looks fine. I'll get it because it's going to be on Game Pass.
It's a good it's a good story tease. Like, Cortana's off and going rogue, and she's not really dead, and whatever. Sure, that seems interesting, but and there's this new co-op mode and whatever, and you can play the multiplayer before the campaign comes out or something, or they're like separate or something. Again, that's kind of cool. But then, like Square Enix have. Well, that's not for us, though, mate.
That's what I mean.
Like, I know me and you won't give a shit about it, but
obviously we'll play.
I want to play. Yeah, but I want to play all Battlefields. I just want them to be pure single players. I just want it to be like a good, realistic kind of like. I mean, realistic's probably a bad choice.
You're not getting one this time.
Nope. But
bad
like
mistake.
with Guardians, though, like we got. Hey, there's going to be a Guardians game. Hey, this is what the Guardians game's about. Hey, here's a look at the Guardians game. That's what it should be, right? That's the Holy Trinity, where it's just like something that was. Yeah, it was like it was not expected. I hadn't heard any rumors about this. As soon as I saw it, I was like, "Oh, cool! Some like Guardians characters coming to the Avengers. That'll be fun."
Yeah.
And then it was like, boom, something totally different.
Well,
because when I sent that picture to you, the first thing you said was like, "Add-on for Avengers?" ?
Yeah. That's what I assumed it would be. I wouldn't assume it was a full game. Not a chance.
Absolutely. But there's a lot of things missing that I would have liked to have seen. I'm always after a new Tomb Raider, and where's my Tomb Raider? No Tomb Raider.
James Bond.
No new Assassin's Creed announced, but that's a good thing.
That's good, yeah.
Because Valhalla was very good, but they took a step back and they made their time with it, and Valhalla's a great game.
Yeah.
Now I'm just hoping they do the same thing, and then boom,
load of new DLC
year.
And stuff coming for it.
Yes,
that was announced at the Ubisoft thing.
Yeah, it's on the game as well. Actually, it's like on the store page thing. But there's no. There's other than Guardians, I'd say there's nothing that's made me think.
Atomic Heart.
I say that. What was that? It looks all right. Sure.
Honestly, I'm really looking forward to it. But again, this wasn't like a surprise announcement thing. I saw the original trailer for that like at least 8-9 months ago.
There was what was the name of that fucking? It was like a 2D, like 16-bit. Side scroller kind of thing.
Whilst I look for that, you've got 12 minutes, which was one that we were excited from last time.
Oh yeah, again that was announced last year, 2 years ago. Still looking great, and definitely going to get it.
Replaced.
But... Yeah, that was it. Yeah, that looks ace.
Yeah, it looks fantastic.
But surely that should be on your B-roll, right? Like
surely we should
new
have
Fallout.
seen The Last Night.
The Last Night would have been nice. Gotham Knights, some more of that would have been nice.
I assume that not at the Warner Brothers show?
No, the Warner Brothers one was just Back for Blood.
Fucking hell.
Because I was watching the Warner Brothers one because it was only half an hour because I was like, maybe I'll get some more Gotham Knights. Maybe there'll be a Suicide Squad trailer, gameplay, sorry. Maybe there'll be some more Shadow of War, Shadow of Mordor, Lord of the Rings stuff. Nothing, just that one. That's all they focused on. So I gave up on it straight away and came back half an hour later for the PC thing.
The Xbox and Bethesda thing's been like pretty well received. Like there's a poll on Twitter, like saying who won E3. Oh, nobody won. They were all third parties, and then Microsoft. So, like,
where's the Indiana Jones games?
Again,
where's the James Bond one?
But
like, where's some absolutely like, oh my god, where did that come from?
How would you feel about this show had Sony done one and come out with here's some gameplay of God of War, Ragnarok, and I can't remember what other games are in the pipeline and stuff. But like, I mean, me personally, just God of War, Ragnarok coming out, that's the only game I'm interested in.
But again, though, that's still not something that it's not something that should be a surprise.
No. But like,
it'll be good, but it's in the same vein as
just that coming up.
Any of your Halos or whatever. We know they're coming,
yeah.
And it's being able to see them for a while. That's why Starfield would have been nice. That's why a new Fallout would have been nice, or some more of the Outer Worlds gameplay.
We don't need a new Fallout. We got all this great content coming to Fallout 76.
Oh my god, Lord Brotherhood of Steel stuff! Hooray! I need to get back into that at some point. It does actually seem like there's shit tons to do in it now.
Don't get me wrong. Like when we have played it and stuff, I've enjoyed it. But we've also played a lot of really shit games that are shit. But we're just having fun with it, which I'm all for. But don't come out toting like you've just acquired Bethesda, Obsidian. Like you've got all these game studios now that you've acquired over like the last 2 or 3 years. Don't show me Fallout 76. Again,
the worst in the franchise.
Indiana fucking Jones, a new South Park game, just something, something tantalising.
Game. Like, that I'd be very much on board.
I mean, I don't think they would because Obsidian didn't make the last one, did they? I think EA made the last one. Well, no, Ubisoft, sorry, made the last one.
I thought it was like Gearbox or someone. You're right. It wasn't Obsidian that did actually make it. They may have published it. What was it? The Fractured Butthole.
Fractured Butthole. Yeah, Ubisoft.
Published by Ubisoft, South Park Digital Studios.
Yeah.
So that's their own.
Ubisoft, South Park.
That's like
Digital
South Park's
Studios,
own.
Ubisoft San Francisco.
Oh, so it might have been one of the studios actually worked on it because they've got like
South Park Digital Studios. No, because they also helped make South Park Stick of Truth. So I'm assuming that's got something to do with just South Park in general. Who probably go, we want to.
Yeah, it's like their own
in it.
Yeah, I reckon like any of the mobile phone games would be made by them probably.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. But I was really like, even though there was nothing, I really liked the Outer Worlds trailer. Just because it was very on brand.
Yeah, I like the fact that they were just like, yeah, we don't have any gameplay to show. We haven't written it yet, but it's coming. And everyone was like, nice one. Nice one. That's what we wanted.
I'm all good for because it was funny and, it's a nice change.
The grounded one.
Change of pace. Yeah, again, it's just updates to the stuff that, we've already got. But again, I don't know. It's weird because I think I give them a big kind of a bit of a pass purely because of Game Pass, and I know that's wrong, but like I enjoyed I thought it was the conference itself. I think it was fine. They showed plenty of stuff. There was no talking. There was no fucking like buzzwords and all that kind of stuff. It was just here's some games, which is fine, but like. Everyone getting, like, even us included, getting excited about this. I forgot what it's called already. Redfall. No gameplay. Don't even know what kind of game it's going to be like yet.
Looks like it could be an interesting idea for a game. Like a vampire thing.
I did see, though, coming off the back of E3, there's a Twitter account I've had to mute because absolutely fucking winds me up because it's just like it's obviously Xbox fan Twitter page. No matter what Sony does or anybody else, Xbox is the best, and it's fine. People like what they like, but they put a picture up of Ratchet and Clank and it's like clouds and stuff. And said, I think we've got you beat here. And then they showed a picture of Microsoft Flight Simulator. Like, yeah, but one is a Pixar film, the other one's real life. You can't compare. Yeah, you can't also compare the two.
It's not like it's, Microsoft Flight Simulator is the Ratchet and Clank for the Microsoft. No. How can you possibly compare? If Sony Studios said, we've made a flight simulator game, and it's just like real life, then compare them all you want to, because then it's like, well, this one's slightly better, but the aircraft are better in this one, but it responds better in this one. Argue about that until the end of time if you want to.
It's like Tony Hawk fucking reviewing cars and going, well, it's not. I'm not as free as I'm on a skateboard. No, because it's a car. it's the two very different fucking things. I
don't know. People just like to get wound up about things, and they have their very specific opinion. And how dare anyone challenge that?
It's more of just a cesspool that Twitter is, and like this account's purely there to go. So it is wank, and then all the Xbox people, and they start following. They get a lot of interaction and stuff because of these argumentative based tweets that they put out. But they were going on, and there was like a checkbox for what Xbox did. But they didn't do anything, and they didn't. They showed some games, most of which we already knew about. Like, I still get wound up that people use like Far Cry. Why is Far Cry being shown? It's not exclusive. You could have put a different game in that slot, and they do it every year. Xbox, Sony, they all do the same thing. Like, here's Battlefield. No, why didn't Ubisoft focus on showing us Far Cry at their show? And it just winds me up that I don't see the point in the console wars. Get a job and buy both.
I think for most people, most rational people, shall we say, so the people not on Twitter necessarily, I think they've kind of, this console war terminology, I think everyone's just sort of moved away from that, because everyone's just sort of like, doesn't really matter. Plus, PC's better than everything, so shut up.
But even that though, like now we're at a stage where like the PS5 and the Series X are basically just fucking PCs. Like we've said before, there's no way you could buy a PC as good as a Series X for 500
for the same price,
for under £500. Not a chance. No way. And it's just really good value. I still prefer. I think PC's better purely because of everything. Like all this, like you can't do all this on a fucking Xbox.
You get a headphone and a Kinect camera. That's it.
I mean, but again, it's not going to be long until there's like you can start connecting proper webcams and maybe even like mirrorless and DSLR cameras to your Xbox, whatever is out at the time, in your PlayStation, whatever. I'm pretty sure the PlayStation camera on the PS5, I'm sure that's full HD. But it's like 60, 70 quid. You could buy a much better camera for your PC for the same price, such as the Papalook PA930 review up on podcast.
Yeah, well done. All right, yep. All right, yeah.
But we haven't got a sponsor this week, so.
Oh, what? So you just have
an extra week?
Ding ding.
We did actually have an email from Papalook based off the review that we did. And I'll actually tell you what it says, because it was lovely, Dan. Absolutely bloody lovely.
I certainly haven't heard this. I thought you were going to talk about the email that we got from whoever it was, saying that we got up to like 100 Oh, right, I'll stop there.
Let me just find it. Vamp, Dan.
Right, as of today, I believe, or maybe over the weekend. No, I would have seen it earlier.
I found it.
Damn
it! Just said, hi Callum, thank you for your support. We very much enjoyed your review. When we have some new products, we will provide you with samples for testing. Keep in touch and best of luck.
Wow.
I thought that was very lovely. So there'll be some more stuff from them very soon. Joking aside, check out the review. It's genuinely a very good camera, and it's a very affordable price, Dan. Would you not say?
I would say it's an excellent camera for the... You see what I was doing there? I was playing on the whole...
Yeah. That's what we did earlier.
Okay. That's what we hate. Oh, sellouts.
Well, no, I say like there was a lot of very good stuff, but most of the really good stuff is stuff we already knew about.
Kinda. I wasn't other than probably Guardians.
That was a big surprise.
That I think that is the only one where I was like,
But
there was
it's also
some
a
things like
skeptical
that.
surprise.
No, I think they're going to be. I think they'll learn their
I
lesson
hope so.
from
I
Avengers.
do hope so.
I think it will be. I think it will be better received than Avengers. But also, why is there no more Avengers content announced?
Black Panther.
We've known about that for about 8 months. That doesn't count.
Maybe so. Maybe PlayStation will get Spider-Man this year. I still think that was a dirty move.
What? Just go, oh guys, PlayStation exclusive Spider-Man, and then
there's no
here we are.
Spider-Man.
No Spider-Man.
Because obviously I am denied about getting it for PlayStation or PC purely because of the Spider-Man situation.
I'll tell you, mate, having played Avengers for about 60 or 70 hours-ish or so, I don't see the benefit in playing as Spider-Man whatsoever. Like, there's a lot of, like, sort of big open forest areas. There's, like, one town, but it's all sort of, like, 2-3-story buildings. So other than, you know, sort of, like, classic PlayStation Spider-Man rules where you just web into the air and that will just stick to something, if they're playing it, like, really, really real...
It might give you, like, Brooklyn or something. Like a new area.
There's one level that is in New York, which would be fun to sort of swing around in that. But there's still an invisible ceiling on it. Like, you can't get a Thor or Iron Man and just fly into the fucking sky. You could do that in Superman Returns. You're telling me you can't do it for the Avengers game? Fuck off. Oh, yeah. But how?
I think I'd still drive the Avengers.
I disagree. No. But why is it not like, you know, so we had Hawkeye, we had Kate Bishop, great additions. I like playing
same
as...
character.
They've got the same weapon, I'll give you that, but they've got different bows, different attacks, and like everything is slightly different about them. But why have we not had, you know, why is there not like one character coming out every quarter to keep people playing this fucking game? Why is it not Hawkeye, Kate Bishop, Black Panther?
Going free to play, weren't they?
That wouldn't surprise me. But if that does, then what's the benefit of introducing characters? Like, because it died off almost immediately. It was within months, like the player base just completely dropped off.
But I think that'd be where your big roster of characters would come from, because you'd have to pay for them. Kind of like a free.
That's the biggest dick move I've ever heard.
Yeah, but if the game's free to play, and then you can pay £7 for a new character. It's big ass.
Yeah, well, I don't care if you never bought the game. I fucking did.
No. I'm not saying it's
I've had to grind through this mess.
Idea. I'm just saying I can see more people going, "Wow, it's only £7," and then it's only £7, and then so on and so forth.
Well, fine, but then they don't get any of the characters that have been released so far. Then,
or
they don't get Hawkeye, they don't get Kate.
Here's a business model for you, Dan. So Bob didn't buy it. Now it's gone free to play, and he's paying £7 a pop for the characters. You paid full price. You paid full price for it. You get the characters for free.
Yep, I'm okay with that. If they say you bought it day one, so
yeah, there'd have to be a thingy on it. So like within the first 2 weeks. So you've got your Steam purchase and all that stuff to prove it and that.
If they did that, fine, because then that doesn't impact me at all, and it would encourage more people to play online.
We're not going free to play. So.
It's reasonable because there's still not a huge amount of people that actually fucking play the game. So, and the ones that do are because I've only tried to join an online game once, like with a whole team, and I was playing as Black Widow because I wanted to get her like power rating up a little bit.
Yeah.
It auto switched it to Thor, who was like my highest rated at the time, and then all of the other people were like at least level 100, and he was like level 72. So I'm like, what the fuck? What benefit am I going to get out of this? Everything's going to cream me. I'm not going to be able to do any damage. I'm just along for the XP. And I'm just like, no, I backed out. So I was like, that's not fair on them. They've just got to carry me through the whole fucking mission.
DC Universe.
Exactly, yeah. That's not fair, is it?
You devolved. Something we did miss because we stopped the stream because we thought it had finished. The Xbox Series X mini fridge.
What?
It's a mini fridge that looks like a Series X. It's got a big green light in it.
It's like an add-on.
No, it's just like a physical mini fridge, but it looks like a Series X console.
The actual size of it?
Yeah.
How many fucking drinks do you fit now? Like 2 bottles?
How big is it? I've got some measurements here, Daniel. It is. So oh no, it's a lot bigger.
Well, then that's fine. I thought you were just saying it's you could have your Series X and then
because it said mini fridge. So the Series X is 301 millimeters tall, and then the Series X fridge is 1,778 millimeters tall. That's a full size fridge.
Yeah, but it's not a full size fridge. That's just a normal sized mini fridge.
I don't know, because like this picture, I'm not even joking. I can't be asked to do the screen share thing. The mini fridge is like that big on the picture, and they've put the Xbox next to it, and it's like maybe that big.
Right.
That's fucking tiny, and the Series X is big.
Yeah, but it's only 30 centimeters tall. That's a meter. Of course it's going to look bigger, you ding-dong. It's got to fit all the fucking refrigeration shit in the back of it.
I don't know. That looks pretty tall. Because the one The Rock got is a full-size one.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Anyway,
we're not buying one.
No,
we don't give a shit about a fridge.
Did
you want to talk about that KFC PC, though? Now we're talking.
Did you happen to watch any of the Razer show yesterday?
No. As soon as the main players were out, I've got better things to do, mate.
Showed off some like obviously keyboards and this that and the other. However, Dan, as of whenever they're released, you can buy Razer face masks, complete with RGB.
I was just going to ask, as a joke, are they RGB?
Yeah. It basically looks a bit like a gas mask. So it's got the
so like the
cyberpunks.
Things.
Yeah.
Where,
and then you got
like the neon kind of
2 rings on the side, and I don't know if you can change the color or not, but
does he have an inbuilt microphone?
I doubt it, but you can if you want to have a look how it'll look on you. They've got an augmented filter on Instagram.
Why? Whatever, sure. If people want to buy it, that's fine. I'll tell you what I did see though was something. Oh shit, I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but it was something that was demonstrated during the PC show, I think. But it's basically like this strap that you like put over your hand, and it's just sort of like just covers your hand and your palm ish, and basically it reads like the nerve twitch. So like like when you're going to click.
Oh yeah.
Obviously there is a time
response time and stuff.
Yeah, so it's picking it up like here. So just before you click, it picks it up that you're going to press fire or whatever, and will do it straight away.
Oh right.
So it's like a slight. It's like 0.0 of a second or whatever. But it's like this, increase in reflex and firing time. So like when you just sort of like, oh, one more shot and I would have got him. Like that could just sort of give you the edge.
And that's cheating.
And that's fine, but it doesn't seem like. Yeah, firstly, yeah, it kind of does. Because, like, what? So I've got to go and buy one of those to keep up with everyone else? Fuck that.
I'll just get better.
Yeah, with my aging bones and frailty, I'll just increase my reflexes. I'll tell you what, though, I've been working out this week, and my legs are fucking killing me. They're not so bad today, because I did leg day on Tuesday, and I couldn't stand up. Like, that's how inexercised I am.
I haven't done it all week.
But today, back on it. My protein shit turned up. So I was actually, I'm not even joking, I was looking online as to how much it would cost for a personal trainer at the gym around the corner. Because I'm just sort of like, if I'm going to get back into the flow of it, I don't want to be, a big fat blob. This, when I'm going back into work or whatever, I need to get rid of that. I don't want to be, The Rock. I don't want to be like
that's an
absolutely. I think I've missed that window by about 20 years if that's the case. But I just sort of want to be in a decent shape, and I think just seeing PT like once a week or something like that, it's like 30-40 quid something.
That's not too bad.
It's all right, isn't it? Maybe sort myself out a little bit. Maybe we get some of those Twitch viewers. A little bit of a hello. What's going on down here? Yeah, there you go.
The camera just cut off my nipple. So
good. Censored.
No
That's
demonetization.
No nip, no slip.
Exactly. No, I mean, it's good. I mean, I can't do anything because my back's fucking gone. But
yep.
I wanted to take Logan running on. I was going to take him running Sunday. Obviously, I couldn't take him and that, so he went swimming Saturday. Anyway. But he runs like a fucking idiot. So
it's like Phoebe from Friends.
Yeah, basically. And it was winding me up. He's got a sports day coming up. So I was like, I'm gonna. All he needs, because he's got like his legs are really long, so he's got the reach and stuff. He's just got no technique whatsoever. And there's only a few things I was good at when I was younger, and I was forced to go boxing because I was tall. And you're a target is what my granddad and my dad always used to say. So I used to go to Leo for boxing stuff, and I used to run for the county. Again, I hadn't got any technique. I could just run fast.
Endurance.
So, yeah, well, I'm more sprinting and stuff. Although my biggest claim to fame, I've still got like medals and stuff from running and that. But I remember one sports day at school. There was, I'm not going to name all names, but there was me, lad Phil, Ryan, Ben, and somebody else. And Ryan and Ben hurt their legs. We were playing football, so they couldn't run, and we were doing a relay. So Miss Redpath, who was our PE teacher, got me to start the relay, give it to Phil. But I then kept running and running and running and running till I got to the last position where Phil caught up to me. I took it and then went, and we still won. And I always remember that. It was a beautiful occasion.
That is quite an achievement.
It was. I mean, like, I'd have been maybe year 10 and year 11 or something, so I wasn't like a young kid or anything like that. But
I have absolutely no athletic claims to fame whatsoever.
It used to go to my head because, like, I was probably definitely one of, if not the fastest kid at school, at least in terms of people who took part in.
But you were held back about 3 years, though, weren't you?
Yeah, I mean, I was 32 then.
Yeah, and you're just like, fuck off, you little 6-year-old.
But when I got not scouted, that was just, I didn't get scouted. I got asked if I wanted to run for the county. The first place we went to Cannock Stadium, and they're all there and they're all doing the stretches and they're all in. They've got the running shoes on.
Is that where they're holding the Olympics next? Is it Cannock Stadium?
It was the shittest thing. I mean, to be fair, it was quite a nice fucking stadium. To be fair, they had a lot of good things in there, but it was in Cannock, so it was wank. But no offense to no one that's listening in Cannock.
No one listens in the UK. It's fine.
But because I'd had like 2 or 3 years of being told like, you're the fastest person we've ever seen. Probably not, but when I got there and I'm sat there eating a bag of chips waiting for my name to get called out, and then as soon as the gun's gone and everyone's gone, I'm like, holy shit, what? I'm like, because I just expected everyone to be just as shit as they was at school. But
yeah, that whole saying of, there'll always be someone better than you.
There definitely was.
It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter how good at you are. There'll always be someone better than you.
That's where I learned.
I'm bulletproof.
Yeah,
I beat all these idiots, Ben and Phil and whatever at my school. Usain Bolt, bring it on, son.
Yeah, sure, he was probably there. I taught him everything he knew. But anyway, yeah, enough about that stuff. We got bloody games to talk about.
Oh no,
Nintendo
I think that's about it,
yesterday.
I want to go and do something else, frankly. I don't want to carry on talking. It's been a fucking hour long already.
It's been quite a while, to be fair. And I think it sums up with, again, Nintendo Breath of the Wild 2. And
ooh, really?
Yeah.
That's a good announcement.
Yeah. And there's been, like, no fanfare about it. Like,
even though, like, Breath of the Wild was, like, it's heralded as, like, one of the greatest games ever put out by Nintendo.
Still, like 90-something to 100% rating. Like I didn't watch it, and I googled it yesterday to see what came up. Breath of the Wild didn't come up, by the way, when I googled it yesterday. It was only today, and Kind of Funny had put like their reaction video up, and I'm like, wait, what the fuck? So I googled Breath of the Wild 2, and there's a trailer. I was like, what the fuck? Why didn't this come out yesterday? No Switch Pro. That was rumored to be happening. That's not. And somebody from Tekken is in Smash Bros. Everything else was like, yeah, oh, and a new Super Mario Party. But it's not new. It's the N64 one. Just looks, they've upscaled it.
Milking that cow, mate. Milking it.
I mean, like, Mario Party is real fun and all, but I really want to spend 70 quid on another one. We'll fucking see. Anyway, I think E3 was a bit of a bust this year, and I think obviously COVID's going to have played a big factor in that, but I don't know. See what comes over the.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to end this on a positive note, Callum, because I was playing FIFA again this afternoon with a friend of mine, and because we keep on playing online and we keep on getting fucking rinsed out by significantly better people, and like we're not even playing poorly. I mean, I know I'm not a fan in any way of either the sport or the games, but I've beaten him, and he is like very much like he knows all the players, and you know. He switches people around depending on what foot they use primarily. And I've beaten him. So I'm like, clearly we're at a reasonably similar kind of level then. And we're still getting absolutely fucking wasted online. So what we tried on, it was probably the last but one match before we sort of called it a night, was we've gone pure positive reinforcement. So, because usually it's all it is. Like I could just set up a dictaphone or something like that and just put it next to me when I'm playing. It's just like, for fuck's sake, oh god, that was that. How was that not a foul? Like it's just constant moaning, right? But the thing is, because I get frustrated because obviously we're not, our fucking brains aren't wired together. So he'll make a pass thinking that I'll go for it or something, and I didn't know that was going to come or whatever. So we get annoyed with each other. But then that makes us both more annoyed with, and it's just mind games. And then you're off your game and you can't really react quick enough and whatever. So when we switched it up and we were just like, oh, that was a great pass. It's like, oh, excellent footwork there. Just constant positive reinforcement. We won that game. Not even joking.
I didn't think you play worse the more frustrated you get.
No, you prefer it the more frustrated I get. That doesn't necessarily mean that I'm actually any better with it. But,
no, that's what I mean. I think you play worse the more frustrated you get because you're not focusing on.
All you can think about is just every fuck up that you've just made, or you've just done that, and then that's led to this, then this, then this, and then we've lost. Like it's
communication
never
is
ends
key in sports games.
Although interestingly, his Discord cut out right at the start of the first half of like the last game that we played.
Yeah, but has he still got dog shit internet?
It's been kind of stabilized. Like we had no issues. I had a wire turn up today for my controller as well, so no more controller wire dropouts. Interesting move for Rocket League as well. But yeah, completely stable. But his Discord, because he uses it on his phone, because again, he's trying to cut the bandwidth down. And that call dropped out, so we couldn't communicate. We were kind of just sort of like feeling out what the other one was probably thinking or whatever. Scored, got into the first half, 1-0 up, and we were like, this isn't really that, like, they're not a challenge really in that way. So I tapped out so I could call him back. The second I did that, FIFA came up and said, you've disconnected, so you forfeit the game. And I was like, are you fucking kidding? It was, I couldn't believe it. I was just like, I didn't even like in the middle of like taking a free kick or something like that. It was half time. We physically weren't playing. And he went, no, you don't. You don't. That's a loss. Straight away, loss. Couldn't believe it. And we called it after that because we were just like, fuck this game. I fucking hate it. But that's got me to what I want to do is I want to make sure that we're ending all of these podcasts on some element of positivity.
Yeah.
So, positive point for me, and I want a positive point from you so we can end it. We've just had Season 2 trailer for Star Trek Picard drop. I don't know if you've seen it.
I haven't finished Season 1.
Well, that's fine. I did start watching it again the other day.
On my behalf.
Why not? And for everyone else's behalf, apparently. But guess who's in it?
Is it somebody Star Trek related or just a famous person?
Yeah, obviously. Well, it's not going to be the fucking Rock, is it? I say that.
The Rock was
obviously
in
the Rock's
Trek.
been in Star Trek, of course he has. But no, not a famous person. It's a very well known character from the next gen
From next gen.
Favorite of yours. It's Q.
Real Q.
Q is back.
Well, has he been recast? Yeah, so it is.
Original. It is still original. Yeah, original cool. Flavor Q. So they haven't really said much other than it's like time, like a weird time thing. So like 7 of 9.
Does he age?
Like she wakes up and she's not a Borg. Yeah, he has, but he's a very silver fox kind of age.
No, Q. Does Q age?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. But what I reckon they'll do is, because he makes a comment like in the trailer about, oh God, you got so old, Jean-Luc. I reckon he's going to be like, well, you got old. It's only fair that I made myself look as old as you are.
Yeah.
Something like that, like a little throwaway thing. But I'm pretty sure his son actually plays Q, like Q's son in Voyager. So if you wanted to say, like, there's this guy as Q, his actual son, who obviously looks like him and has already been in it as the son of Q. If bring him back, he's only going to be sort of like his 30s or whatever. That's an option.
Yeah,
but it's nice to see him. So that's a little positive point for me.
Paul, though, has he?
No, I mean John Delancey. I'll tell you what, he fucking owns any scene he's in as Q. Like he's just spewing charisma. It's so good.
I don't want to come across as a Star Trek fan, but
heaven forbid, yeah. But that's 2022, so next year that's going to be. So yeah, quite looking forward to it.
A positive point for me.
The PvP positive point.
PV positive.
Fuck off.
All right, I won't do one.
Fucking MOTHS, mate. They do my head in.
I tell you what, it's not really. It's more of a selfish positive, but we've had a lot of affiliates and stuff over the last few months, like new ones. We're getting a lot more review things. We're going up in podcast charts. Dan's spraying things.
Sorry, mate. I am listening. This fucking thing is doing my head in.
My positive is things. I don't know. I'm not saying we're going to be hosting E3 next year or anything, but
we can get that.
It's stuff on on the up and up. So it's not at like a stagnant point where
we're very much on the up and up.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And who do we thank for that?
Me and you.
Correct. No one else.
And Zoe
no one else believed in us.
Zoe, I suppose. She's here. Tell you what, another positive point, Dan. Zoe wanted me to teach her how to edit videos. So she can edit videos as well. So speed up some.
Are we going to
farm
a bunch of stuff after them?
So she's still practicing at the minute. So it's not
very own intern.
So give her a go. And I was like, she goes, I'll just say if it's bad. I'm like, I'll fucking tell you if it's bad because it ain't going on.
Yeah, I was going to say, it ain't going on YouTube if it's bad. So
yeah,
if it ain't up on there.
I'll be honest with you. If it's, I've just given her a video that it's the Hitman 3 video me and Zoe did. So just edit. I've still got all the raw footage of that so you can edit that. But obviously it's a video that there's no time scale on it or anything like that, so take as long as she needs. So, but if it's bad, it's not going up. Simple as.
I'll just have to redo it anyway. Yeah.
So, but no, yeah, she's been working hard on it. Dan, this is actually Dan's workout. This is what he's really been doing. Chasing a fly.
Honestly, the amount of fucking fly spray that I must have inhaled, I'd probably give myself a goddamn chin.
Get a racket, get a electric racket thing. Fly swatter racket.
Yeah, I guess.
So you can get it for like Poundland.
Cough and die. I just can't get rid of them. Honestly, they do my head in.
It used to be good. When Roscoe had two eyes, he used to catch them. But now he's only got one eye. They fly on the one side.
Oh, his depth perception's a bit fucked. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's my positive thing. Things are seemingly going well.
Good stuff.
So I for one am happy. I hope you are too, and we hope you are too, because you're the suckers that gotta watch it. So
well, if you have a PvP positive point, a PvP PP, if you will, why don't you let us know on the wall? Yeah, on we haven't done a PvPPS in a while, have we?
Well, yeah, it's a bit late to jump back into it now.
Well, we need to still do it, but fuck
we will. Yeah, but normally we do them after the podcast. I think.
Oh yeah, I'm not doing it tonight. Fuck that.
We'll do them. One of the main things was it's something we do after the podcast. Why don't we just turn it into a new podcast? So we do like this on a Monday. I know it's not Monday today, but we do PvP podcast on a Monday, and then the PPS on like a Friday or something. Not game related. What it like? Just how it normally is. Well, see, we'll discuss it later. Stuff's just gone along the bottom. You missed it, Dan.
Not convinced. Not convinced right here.
Why?
We'll talk about it later.
Oh yeah, talk about it later.
We'll talk about it later.
Fine.
We'll just talk about it later.
We got a video to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. See you in a bit.
Bye.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Shut up! You slut!
They don't get many visitors around here.
Your voice has changed, Sarge. Might be difficult for you to hear. I'm small, but I wasn't very close to you. Who wants to renovate? Think I'm too small? I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. Oh, gee. What?